Did you have nice holidays?
No.
And did you go out to the beach? Did you go to the beach?
I am
No,
working.
I didn't.
No, you didn't. Come
No.
on. So today, now the solar eclipse is happening only if you have the appropriate device or appropriate sunglasses. You can go and have a look at the eclipse, unless that you have that, no? Because if you see it, if you look at it directly, only without protection, it will damage, it will hurt your eyes, no?
De hecho, se está viendo el anillo de fuego ahorita, teacher.
Yes, that's unfortunately for us because we have a class. Yeah, do you have the proper equipment, the proper sunglasses, or not really?
No,
Well,
I don't.
I don't have any. That's why I'm not watching it. Anyways. Yeah, but you have my permission if you have the proper equipment. So let's start. We have a recorded class for the others in case that they don't have. I know that this event, this natural event doesn't happen often. Actually, it tends to happen every 100 years or less, no, 50 years. But yeah, it's not very common because, it's alignation of the moon and the sun, no? So that's why the moon, the earth, and the sun. Yes, we are lucky that, or we are lucky, everybody is lucky that we have the opportunity to have a look. Later, you can watch online or on the telly, on a video, on YouTube to see this spectacular natural show. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening now. I know. But we're having class, unfortunately. Yes, so we're going to work on our book. Guys, can you open your book, please? We will be working on the one that we were left. Yes, lo que nos quedamos pendientes por aquí, the conversation. We're gonna hear one more time. La vamos a escuchar one more time. Yep. And I pause and I explain why the answers. Okay, I'll explain why the answer.
8.7. The shopping list.
Mum's recipe for toad in the hole looks easy.
Good. Would you like me to help?
It's okay. I like cooking. You can help make the shopping list.
Okay.
Now, do we have any eggs? And how much milk and flour is there?
Well, we have some eggs, but not many, just 2. How many do we need?
All right, so we'll pause here. In this case, it's a question, no? Do we have any eggs? So whenever it's a question, do we have, does it have, does she have? And we can use the word any to ask if we have some, no? Remember the translation when we are using any, it's algo o algunos también. Como pregunta puede ser algo, algunos, ¿no? And here we have how much milk and flour is there. Milk and flour are uncountable. Yeah, they are uncountable nouns. No podemos decir milks ni flour. That's why we use how much. We have some eggs. We use some eggs. We use some because eggs is plural and it's uncountable. Perdón, countable. But not many is referring to some. Aquí tenemos the negative form, not. So that's why it's many. Not many, just 2. How many do we need? how many is referring to the eggs again, no? So that's why. We continue.
3.
Okay, put eggs on the list.
And milk. We need a lot of milk.
No problem, we have a lot. And we have a lot of flour too.
Great.
Okay, we pause it here. This is one of the less used words by students. Actually, you have to use more. The more you use, the better. A lot, you can use it in any way. That means in positive, negative, countable, uncountable. And actually, it's much better to use a lot rather than many or much, right? So a lot, it's to indicate that you have a lot of things, more than 3, 4, or a big quantity of the X portion, no? Of anything. Yeah, it's much better to use, and you can use it in positive, negative, questions, any kind of questions, whatever, yeah? It's much better to use a lot or a lot of, yeah, don't forget. Okay, continue.
Great. And vegetable oil? How much oil is there?
There's some, but not a lot. Look,
Okay, so how much oil? Oil, uncountable, that's why it's how much. There's some, is referring to the oil. También podemos contestar there's some, and we can omit the object here. But remember, all kind of liquids is going to be much. Milk, oil, water, yogurt, whatever kind of liquid is going to be much. Oil, petrol, no, gas. Gas in, well, remember, in American English, gas is gasolina, but in British English is petrol, yeah? Okay, we continue.
That'll do. What about herbs? Do we have any thyme?
I can't see any.
Here the same question, do we have any thyme es romero. Don't forget, thyme is romero, is the herb, por eso es uncountable. I can't see any, nada. Remember, when we have a negative, we have to use any. I can't see any students here. I don't have any students. Physical students, obviously, because you are my online students. Okay.
Okay, we need thyme. Now, what else?
Sausages! They're very important. We have 2, but they look really old and sad. How many do we need?
8. Put sausages on the list. Oh, and a large packet of frozen peas. Is that it?
Yeah. So first the supermarket, then the cooking. I can't wait to try this.
Okay, so many here, how many? Because it's referring to the sausages, no? Las salchichas, es countable. Here we have more explanation, no? We use many and much for questions, preguntas, como how many, how much, no? Depending on the word, it can be countable or uncountable. We're going to be using many. For example, how many eggs, how many students, how many sausages, how many chairs, how many bags, yeah, countable things. Les voy a pasar an important tip when we are using how many and how much. How many we use for plural objects, plural nouns, no? Cada vez que veamos plural, then it's going to be how many. For singular noun, and it's uncountable, obviously it's going to be uncountable. Vamos a usar how much, for example, milk, how much money, how much sugar, how much love, whatever, yeah? It has to be singular, okay? And we have to use also many and much for, depending on the context, depending on the context, we can use it for negative. For example, there aren't many students here because of the solar eclipse. there aren't many students, no? We have some. We have only 1, 2, 3, and the teacher 4, unfortunately, no? Also, we can use much in in negative, no? There isn't much to do because, there isn't much to do. There isn't much sugar in my coffee. I don't have much money, yes? So here we are talking about small quantities, no? Either countable or uncountable, no? And as I said before, a lot, it has no rules. It has no rules. No tiene reglas. We can use it in any way. Yeah. Incluso también podemos usarlo en questions. Hmm? Okay. So now that I have explained, guys, now is your turn. You have to practice here. You have to decide if it's much or many. So I would like you to do activity number 1, activity number 2, and activity number 3. In activity number 1, you have to choose much and many. In activity number 2, it's the question. Les ayudo con la primera. How toast would you like? What is toast?
Tostadas.
No, why do you say so? Te voy a regresar a 1.1. Nada de tostada. What is toast? Hello. What is toast?
Tostado, ¿no?
Pan tostado. Specifically, pan tostado, yeah? So, in this case, it's singular, right? Is it singular or plural?
Singular.
Singular. Most uncountable nouns are singular. Entonces, ¿qué va a ser?
How
Much
much?
o many.
Many.
How much?
¿Qué les había dicho aquí?
Many.
Singular.
Countable.
Ah, ¿con qué van los contables? Con many. ¿Con qué van los uncountables?
Much.
Con singular. How much toast would you like? Yes. How much toast would you like? If you do exercise number 2, it goes with letter C. Just one piece, please. ¿Vale? Do the rest, guys. So first decide if it's much or many and match the question with the answer or the response. And after exercise number 3, circle or underline the correct answer, please. And you have 10 minutes, less, 8 minutes, please. Okay, so we check together number 2. Andy, Andrea, can you read, please?
Yes, teacher. How much ice cream do we have left?
Correct. Number 3.
I have
Ah.
a question.
Ajá,
The number 1,
ajá.
why is, ¿por qué es much y no many?
Because
Porque,
it's uncountable.
pero entonces sí es
Toast is
contable, ¿no?
uncountable, yes. A pesar de que nosotros decimos pan tostado, un pan tostado, 2 y viene por piezas, precisamente porque viene por piezas, debería ser pieces of toast, ¿no? Entonces, igual, en inglés hay algunas cosas que son incontables. Ejemplo, el pan. ¿Ya? Entonces,
Okay.
ahí es toast. No podemos decir plural. I don't know why. It's
Okay, teacher. Okay.
just like that, ¿no? No problem.
Yes.
Next, please, number 3, Marlene. ¿No está Marlene?
Sí. How many people were at The waiting.
Correct. People because it's plural and it's uncountable, no?
Yes.
Correct. Thank you. Alfonso.
Yes, teacher. How much money do you have in your pocket?
Correct. Next, Richard.
The five. How much petrol is there in the car?
Correct. Petrol, liquid, todo lo líquido. Habíamos dicho all liquid is uncountable. Number 6. Natalia. ¿Dónde está Natalia? Okay. Andrea, please, can you?
And how many children does your brother have?
Correct. How many children does your brother have? Yes. I can hear you, Natalie.
Teacher,
Yes.
hace un rato, Natalia y yo tuvimos un problema, con la red y apenas regresamos.
Okay.
O bueno, yo apenas regresé. No sé si Natalia está acá.
Maybe it's that, no? Tal vez siga con internet connection problems or issues. Next, please, Andrea.
Yes, teacher. How many days is it until your birthday?
Birthday, correct. Days because it's countable, yeah.
Yes.
Finally, any volunteer for the last one?
How much time did you need for this exercise?
Correct. How much time do we need for this exercise? Next.
8.8.
Matching.
Much or many. 1,
How much toast would you like?
Just one piece, please.
2,
One with letter C.
How much ice cream do we have left?
Not a lot. Just some vanilla.
Number 2 with
Little D.
letter D. Correct.
3,
How many people were at the wedding?
About 150.
With letter
G.
G. Correct.
4,
How much money do you have in your pocket?
Just 50p.
With letter
Four.
A.
Hey,
Mhm.
5,
How much petrol is there in the car?
It's full.
With letter number 5.
H.
age.
H. It's full. Está lleno.
6,
How many children does your brother have?
2. A boy and a girl.
Number 6, letter
F.
F.
7,
How many days is it until your birthday?
It's tomorrow.
With letter number 6. No, 7. 7.
B.
Mhm.
8,
How much time did you need for this exercise?
Just 3 minutes.
And finally, obviously, is going to be
E.
letter E. Yes. Okay. So did you do this part? Number 3, let's check together. Vale, checamos juntos because we are running out of time. How many, no, perdón, how much, ¿con cuál va? ¿Sausages o sugar would you like?
Ah,
Huh?
Sausage.
Sausages?
sugar.
Sugar.
How much sugar would you like?
Yes, sugar. It can be sausages because, as we say before, is todo, siempre que veamos uncountable, perdón, singular, va a ser much, how much.
Also, yes, countable.
Sausages is countable, plural, exactly. Number 2, how many do you need? Eggs.
Egg.
No puede ser butter, milk, because we can't say that in plural. Number 3, we don't have much. We don't have much.
Cheese.
Cheese.
Cheese left, exactly, cheese. No puede ser biscuits ni potatoes. I'm hungry. I'd like a
Sandwich.
correct, a sandwich. No puedo decir bread porque es uncountable. Ya dijimos que algunas cosas son imposibles. No sé por qué, pero son uncountables. No podemos, podría ser apple porque podemos contarla, ¿no? One apple, two apples, pero aquí se cambiaría an apple, ¿no? Entonces la única respuesta correcta sería
Ahí
a
¿cómo
sandwich.
podríamos saber qué es un sándwich? Porque dice, I am hungry, o sea, yo tengo hambre.
Ajá,
I'd like, o sea, me gustaría un sándwich.
ajá, ajá.
¿Me
Me gusta
podría
que
ser
sea.
una manzana o pan, no?
¿Cómo? ¿Otra vez?
Pero es pan, ¿no?
Ajá.
Pero también podría ser una manzana o un pan, ¿no?
El problema es que traducimos y como les había comentado, no hay, si quiero decir un pan en inglés, tendría que ocupar una pieza de pan, ¿no? Porque normalmente vienen en piezas. A piece of bread,
Ok.
así sería. Si escogemos apple,
Sería un apple.
an apple. Entonces lo más correcto sería aquí a sandwich. Is the only option available. Yeah. With the others, you need to modify. You need to, porque no puedo dejar así a bread is incorrect. Yeah, no es contable. Tengo que meter un quantifier, se le llama, a piece, porque también vienen en rebanadas. Cuando partimos la rosca, son rebanadas. Bueno, son pedazos, pues, pero también se puede.
El pan Bimbo viene en rebanadas.
And slice of bread. Ujú. En hogaza también viene, ¿no? Que es normalmente así se compra en otros países, en hogaza. Entonces, hogaza sería a loaf. Ya no puede escribir aquí. A loaf of bread. Que bueno, para nosotros ya viene rebanado, los pan Bimbo y todo eso. Entonces sería slices o pieces. Okay, so next, please. I'd like. Aquí nuestra palabra es fruit. ¿Qué sería? A fruit, some fruit o any fruit.
Some fruit.
Correct, because it's uncountable. Next, I don't like
Broccoli.
broccoli. Correct. I don't like no puedo decir an ice cream, some ham. No podemos usar some en negative, perdón. Would you like some? ¿Qué sería? Tea, which or vegetable?
Tea.
Tea, correct, because it's liquid. How many do you have? Hello.
Cousins.
Cousins. Money no puede ser. ¿Puedes decir dineros?
No, sería,
Menos
tendría que ser
fuera-
how much, ¿no?
Ajá. A menos que fuera un árabe, dineros. No, but no,
How
tampoco.
much?
How much? Yeah. We have.
No much.
O sea, puede ser no, puede ser much, puede ser many. Which one?
I think much.
You think much?
No. Sería no.
No. Yes.
Snow,
There is
many.
no. We can say expressions like that. For example, I have no money, I have no friends. Yes, en vez de decir I don't have, otra manera de decir I don't have es I have no friends. Es lo mismo que decir I don't have any money, I don't have any friends. Pero es,
Pero teacher no es como más coloquial, o sea, como más así, I have no money.
it's the same. O usamos any o usamos no, pero con positive. Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, no problem. I'll give you more examples of that tomorrow. Yes. Okay, let's go to next page, please. Next page is a reading, but before we read the text, a question for you guys. Do you like ice cream? Are you fan of ice cream?
Yes, I like.
I like.
Yes, I do. No, I don't. What is your favorite flavor? Have you got any favorite flavor?
Vanilla or chocolate.
Vanilla or chocolate?
My
My
favorite lemon or vanilla.
lemon or vanilla. My favorite is coconut. And the others?
My favorite ice cream is Napolitan.
Napolitan is the three, no?
Yeah.
Vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate. Okay, we're gonna listen and read the history of chocolate. So pay attention, clear your ears, listen carefully, and read. As you listen, you read.
8.9. The history of ice cream. Who invented ice cream?
There is no sure answer to this question. Perhaps it was the Chinese in 200 BC. They used ice to freeze rice with milk. Perhaps it was Alexander the Great, or the Roman Emperor Nero, AD 37 to 68. They both liked snow flavoured with fruit and honey.
The 13th century. China to Italy.
In 1269, Marco Polo travelled to East Asia. He returned home 24 years later with many marvels of the world, including a recipe for ice cream from China. So, the Italians became the first people in Europe to enjoy this luxury.
The 16th to the 17th century. Italy to France to England.
Italian noblewoman Catherine de' Medici was a great fan of ice cream. In 1533, she married Henri II of France and introduced him to the delicious dessert. Later, Charles I of England became an ice cream fan when his French chef made it for a royal banquet. He called it cream ice and paid his chef £500 to keep the recipe secret. However, in 1665, it appeared in an English cookery book by Lady Anne Fanshawe. She called it icy cream. For many years, ice cream was a luxury, enjoyed only by royalty and the rich. It wasn't until 1686 that ice cream first appeared on a restaurant menu. A Sicilian, Procopio dei Coltelli, opened the Café Procope in Paris and introduced Italian gelato. It was made of milk, cream, butter and eggs, more like the ice cream we know today.
The 18th to the 21st century. America and the world.
We don't know exactly when ice cream arrived in America, but it was probably with European settlers in the early 1700s. We do know that the first advertisement appeared in the New York Gazette in 1777, and the first ice cream parlour opened in New York City in 1790. We also know that the first ice cream factory opened in Baltimore in 1851, but grocery shops didn't start selling it until the 1930s. The popularity of ice cream grew and grew. In 1946, the Americans celebrated victory in World War II with ice cream, and in 1984, US President Ronald Reagan made July National Ice Cream Month.
Okay, any questions about vocabulary, guys? Any questions about vocabulary? Donde dice BC es before Christ, antes de Cristo, ¿no? Recuerden que los años a veces se cuentan así, antes de Cristo y después de Cristo, porque son Christianity, you know. Y si dice AD es after death of Christ, after death of Christ, después de la muerte de Cristo, ¿no? Cuando ya empezaron como tal los años, ¿no? Any other questions about vocabulary, guys? ¿No? ¿Se pueden conectar otra vez, please, guys? Vamos a leer la última parte del texto.